Hello. We are in for a Pilates mat workout with the ball, focusing on spine rotation. We're starting with the ball between the knees, feet hip width apart, squeezing the ball, engaging the inner thighs and the pelvic floor, and we'll move the arms up and forward. Working into the length of the spine, top of the head reaching forward and up, shoulders down and away from the ears. Just warming up the body, pelvic floor engaged, navel to spine, rib cage closing into the midline. Sit bones heading out. Breathing through, getting the body into a flow, warming up, and then stay in your squat. Grab the ball, hold it between your hands. Inhale here, and on your exhale, go into a rotation. Pressing into the ball, coming back center, and rotate to the other side. Breathing out on the twist, breathing in to come back. Exhale. Inhale. Meanwhile, spreading your toes, feeling the big toe base and small toe base, as well as the heels pressing into the mat. And we'll have one more to each side. Keep pressing into the ball, active in the arms. And then come up standing and go further into squats. Getting back into that flow. And we'll bring the ball back between the knees and keep going. Breathing through. And then go down into a squat. This time, hands reaching down to the mat, shoulders nicely placed. Inhale here, and on your exhale, move your straight arm up and go into a rotation. Exhale, other side. Keeping the pelvis centered. Exhale, abs engaging. Work your back extensors, your glutes, hamstrings, inner thighs as you press into the ball, lifting the inner ankles of the feet. Working into that rotation in the thoracic spine, opening through the shoulders. And we'll have one more each side. And then just hang over your legs for a moment. Release, inhale. Exhale, slowly rolling up. And we'll go into some more of these flowing squats. Keep those arms moving. Shoulders down your back. Rib cage connecting into your midline. Navel into your spine. Pelvic floor lifting up. And 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Going all the way up into a big circle now. Inhale. And rounding your back just to relax it forward and down over your legs. Release here. Release your neck and your shoulders, your arms. And then slowly rolling up. Lifting up tall. Now grab your ball and make your way into a lunge. Left foot forward, right foot back. Now place the ball onto the front leg. Press it down and go down into your lunge and come back up. Keep pushing into the ball. Pelvis square. Hips leveled. And the legs aligned, feet aligned. Look straight ahead and lengthen through your neck. And keep pressing into that ball. Keep checking in with your abs and the pelvic floor. Shoulders are pulling back even though you're pressing into the ball. Make sure you're not hunching forward. 4 more. And 3, 2, and then hold it down. Now grab the ball, press it together. We'll go into rotation and back to the center. Keep your balance here. Rotation and back. Exhaling into that rotation. Inhale back. Exhale, rotate and press into the ball. Keeping your pelvis solid and centered. Keep lifting through your axis. Last time to the right. And back center. And now go down and up and down and up. And now make those circles a little bigger. So you're challenging your balance, as well as bringing in some rotation. Working the legs, the quads, the hamstrings, and reverse. And 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then push back. Inhale here. Exhale, rolling down, releasing through the back of the legs. And then just stay here for a stretch. Inhale. Exhale, rolling back up. Ready for the second side. Right leg forward, left back. Aligning the feet, making sure you've got your pelvis set up in the center, square and level, and then the ball goes on the front leg. You're pushing into the ball. Go down and come up. And only come up as far as you can still push into the ball. So you're not going to fully extend the front leg, which makes it a little harder. And push. Keeping the knees apart, so think a little wider in the knees as they have a tendency to collapse in the lunge. Keep breathing through. Keep lengthening through the top of the head and opening the shoulders. Feel those shoulder blades down your back. And the rib cage connecting into the midline, into the navel. 4, 3, 2, and then hold it down. Take the ball between your hands. Refresh that lunge. And exhale, twist. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist. And inhale, back. Working into that rotation, into the obliques. And once each side. One more to the left. And then come back center. And we're going to go down underneath that front leg. And drawing that circle a little bigger, so we'll have a little bit of rotation in here too. Working your balance as the legs are getting a little more tired now. And one more, and reverse. Still engaging your abs, your glutes. Make sure you're not hunching forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And step it back. Well done. Inhale. And exhale slowly down. Releasing the back of the legs. And we'll go straight onto all fours. Take the ball between your knees. Place it nicely. And then just extend the feet. Have the hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And then let's just go into a cat and cow stretch. Just checking in with the spine. And one more, pulling those abs in. And then find yourself in a neutral spine, energy through the top of the head and the tailbone reaching away. Now go down onto one elbow, right elbow down, and you're on your left hand. Tuck your toes under. Get ready to lift the knees. So you squeeze the ball, lift the knees, and we're going to pulse down, and you'll have that little bit of a twist in the upper back. And you'll feel it in the obliques. So you'll feel the right side obliques a little more intense. Navel in, ribs in, pulse in. Make sure your feet are aligned. Push out of the shoulders. And pulse, squeezing the ball. Work those arms, shoulders, shoulder blade area. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it. And now pulse up. If you need a break, take a break. And up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release here. Just push back into a child pose. Your chest just resting on the ball. And then come back. Get yourself ready with the left elbow down now. Right hand pushing into the mat, tucking the toes under. And get ready to lift the knees, hover them, and pulse, pulse, pulse. And really take your time to feel into this position. Just slightly changed from the regular all fours, bringing in that little bit of rotation, slightly modified. To give your body some new information. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it. And then pulse up. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Sit back into your child pose, reaching the arms forward. And then come forward onto your hands and take the ball. So the ball will be underneath your right hand now. Just walk it over a little bit so you can go into that nice twist. And just do a couple of these, enjoying that mobilization and stretch. Keep your hips up high. If you sit them too far back into a child pose, you're not really going to get into your thoracic spine, but it'll just be a shoulder stretch. And then switch sides. Left hand on the ball. Walk it over as much as you need to get that nice rolling out. And if you can, bring that shoulder all the way down to the mat. Just tap it down. And 2 more. And come back and then lie down onto your stomach. And have the ball underneath your left hand. The right hand is going to be out to the side. Inhale here. And now exhale. Lift the right arm. Push the left hand into the ball. Lift the legs into a flight. And inhale down. Exhale. Lift. Inhale down. Pushing into the ball. So again, you'll have some rotation, some asymmetry in the upper body, pushing with the left, lifting with the right. Meanwhile, your legs are stretching away. You're squeezing your glutes, making sure you've got the weight on your pubic bone, and pull the navel away from the mat. Inside. And we'll have 4 more here. And release for a moment. Take that right hand underneath your forehead. Just give your pelvis a wiggle. And now hold on to the ball with this left hand. And now keep the right hand to the side as before. But this time we're only just going to lift the left side with the ball and back down. Feet are staying down, legs extending. You're still going to have activity in the glutes and definitely the back extensors with the rotation here. Make sure your head is aligned, neck elongated. Four more. And if it gets too much with the ball, just do it without the ball. Just leave it there. And release. Just take the ball between your hands, resting on the forehead, wiggling your pelvis, taking a break. And then push back. And take the ball between your knees. We're just going to throw in a plank to work the front of the body for a moment before we go into the second side. So bring the hands slightly forward. So you're going to have the right distance to push up into the plank. And making sure you're settling into that plank with wide shoulders, high up, navel in, pelvis aligned, squeezing into the ball. And now we're just going to tap down and push up and tap down. So now the activity is in the interior chain of the body. So all the muscles in the front of the body will be engaging. So you're going to feel refreshed going into the second side for your back rotations. We'll have 9 more. And 7. And 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. This time, roll yourself up into an upright. Just take the hands behind your back. Take a nice stretch for the shoulders. Take a breath. And then also go into a nice side bend. Left hand down, right arm over. Try to release that left shoulder down. Think of leaning into a wall. So you're not bending forward. And release, inhale. Other side, leaning into your imaginary wall. Also letting go of the head, the neck. And release. And we'll go back onto our stomach. And we'll have the ball on the right side. Right hand on the ball. Left arm out to the side. Inhale here. And on your exhale, push into the ball and lift the rest of the body. Shoulder blades pulling back, elongating through your neck. Have some good activity in the abs to support. Think of lengthening rather than bending backwards too much. And we'll have 4 more here. And 3. 2. And 1. And just release for a moment. And then hold on to the ball with your right hand, getting ready in the same position, but this time we're going to just lift the right arm with the ball or just toss it if it gets too much. Exhaling to come up and twist. Making sure your head is aligned and you're elongated in your neck. Shoulders are pulling back. Be active in the glutes. Sending the legs away. And we'll have 4 more. Two, and the last one. And release, just take the ball between your hands, wiggle your pelvis, wiggle your whole spine, and then push back, all 4s. And just take the ball between your knees so it won't roll away. Just take a cat and cow here. As your back is going to be happy to get a little stretch. Navel pulling in and extending fully. 1 more. And then back into the neutral, tucking your toes under. Now lift your knees, hover them, just keep them right there, an inch above the mat. And then we're going to twist to one side. And we're going to twist to the other side, and you keep pressing into the ball. Feel into the abs, into the twisting obliques. But make sure you got your ribs connected too. Pull them in and towards the navel, making sure you're twisting around your axis, still pushing out of your shoulders, not to sink into your shoulder blades. And we'll have 4. And 3. 2. And 1. And release into a child pose. Well done. And then we're just gonna have a little intermezzo coming up onto your feet, just to give the body a chance to move a little faster and get the heart rate up a little bit. We'll go back to our squats from the beginning. Make sure you have the ball in the right place, so your knees can push into it, inner thighs active, pelvic floor active. Check on your feet and spread your toes. Feel nice and happy on those feet. Let them be alive. Try to spread the awareness in the whole body. Breathing through. And 1 more here. And then bring the ball between your feet, between your ankles. Squeeze in. And go into squats here. Slightly different emphasis. Feel the feet supported, still inner thighs active, pelvic floor getting a lot of input. And then hold it in your squat. And now go into a figure 8. So we'll have that rotation coming in again. Now you want to keep your knees in place. Working into your back, into your core, into your glutes. Definitely the thighs too. Just drawing that figure 8 with parallel arms. Keeping the squeeze in the ball. Moving through, breathing through, getting the breath going, the heart rate. And one more here. And then just roll down, releasing over your legs to grab the ball, squeeze it between your hands, slowly coming up. And we'll go a little wider now with our feet, shoulder width apart. Go into your squat again. We're gonna go into those 8s again, but this time pressing into the ball. And go a little bigger, a little bigger. Please get that body moving, rotating, stretching. Squeeze into the ball. And we'll have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, last one. And here we go. Lifting up tall. Rolling down your spine. And we're going to go onto all fours. One more time. So we'll have the hands underneath the shoulders, but the left knee will go on the ball. So slightly awkward to begin with. So try to settle into the position. You'll have both toes tucked under for stability. And then push the left knee into the ball and lift the right. And think of the right knee being glued to the mat, and you really have to pull it off. So it'll be major activity in the lower abs. Try not to use the legs, the push-off of the legs or the right leg, but you want to peel it off and pull it up just until the pelvis is horizontal, and then put it back down and lift it and down. So really make this intense in the lower core. Find that intensity, go search for it. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And you should feel a lot of work in the right side, lower abs and obliques. Really feeling the lift from the right pelvic crest. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now go onto the right elbow and just turn it around. Left hand on the ball. You extend your right foot and left leg extending. So now we're going to just go into lifting and lowering that left leg. And you'll have, again, a rotation going on in the spine. Exhaling up, inhaling down. Make sure you still have that lift through the shoulders. Pushing into the ball. And then hold that leg up. Now try to circle. And it'll get much more intense in terms of balance. Make sure you're not leaning into the right hip. And really work that balance in the shoulders, in the core. If it gets too much on the left wrist, take the ball away and just push into the mat. And reverse the circles. Keeping that left leg turned out. And 2, and 1, and release. Now you want to just roll that left arm forward. Stretch the left shoulder and stretch through the whole spine. And we'll have one more thing here for the left leg. You'll be on the ball underneath your bottom waistline, and you'll be in this asymmetric position again, right elbow, left hand, and reaching that left leg out again. But you want to turn to the mat so you have a slightly different angle. And then you're gonna just move the left knee forward and then push it out, but almost like to the back, and pull it forward, push it away. Pull it forward, push it away. And 4 more here. Getting that length, activating the core. 2 more. And 1. Now bend the knee and go into internal and external, and internal rotation, external rotation. Try to mobilize through the left hip, trying to keep the pelvis stable. Don't let it move. Refreshing the shoulders. If this is all too much, lie down onto your right side and just keep the legs moving. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then reach that leg back and the left arm forward, and you're gonna have that beautiful stretch. Releasing into that stretch, using the ball for an extra bit of side bend, side opening on the left side. And release. Now we're going to take it all to the other side. Starting over, we'll have the right knee on the ball, left knee down into the mat, both toes, both sides of toes tucked under. Getting ready to lift that left knee, and you again want to just peel it off. Think of that left knee being glued to the mat, and you have to peel it off with your lower abs. So think of working from your abs and not from the leg. Working to stability of the shoulders, length in the neck. The navel is all the way pulled in, ribs all the way connected, pulled in. And we'll have 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then take the ball And we'll go into left elbow down. Hold on to the ball with your right hand. Get ready with that right leg extended to the back and turned out. We'll have the lifts through that right leg. So turn your kneecap out and up to the ceiling. Watch your left shoulder and shoulder blade. Pushing into the ball with your right hand. Trying to keep the pelvis centered so you're not leaning over to the left side too much. And we'll have 4 more here. Hold it up on the next one. And now circle, working your balance, working your stability. And again, if it gets too much on the right hand and wrist, just toss the ball and push into the mat. 1 more before you reverse. And 3, 2, and 1. And release that leg down. Take the ball underneath the bottom side. Have that twist here. And reach the right leg away. Just reach it far and then just pull it up as if you were taking a huge step. Refreshing the left shoulder. You want to work the bottom waistline so you're not hanging into that ball, but you're almost pushing off it. So almost use the ball as a space holder rather than something to sink in, rather than a pillow. And 4 more. And 2. Last one. Again, if you need to lie down here, if it gets too much on that shoulder, just lie down without the ball. Now bend your top leg in, and we're going to go into internal and external rotation, in and out. And the shoulders need refreshing, so you're not sinking into them. And we'll have 4 more. 3, and 2, and last 1. And then extend the leg back, the arm forward, and get into your stretch here. Beautiful stretch, even for the left shoulder opening. So I'm getting that nice stretch of the pecs, left side. Deep breath. And then release it. And we'll make our way into seated. And have the ball between your knees for a moment. Inhaling here and exhale, just rolling down halfway and coming back up. So I'm going to go into a nice ab series here. And if you have the availability to roll down all the way, do that. And mobilize through your whole spine. Squeezing into the ball. And if not, no worries, just do the halfways rather than having to really take momentum to get you back up. And then take the ball out between your knees. Make sure you have enough space behind you. Take the ball all the way down into your lower back lumbar spine. We're going to have the hands here, and we're just going to go over the ball. Keep the gaze forward, chin and chest connected, and crunch. If the arms here are too much weight, feel free to take them forward. It does make a big difference. It will help you a lot. So you have all the variations just adding on. And if you want to go even harder, take the arms up. Making sure you can really curl in on yourself. Navel is pulling in. Pelvic floor supporting from underneath. 4 more. Ribs are sliding all the way down to your pelvis. Two more. And then take a little break, take the ball out and put it onto your feet. Head on the ball and just rest here for a moment. Letting the knees fall out and open. Deep breath, opening the whole back, lower back, upper back, shoulders, just feeling that width. And then come back. Take the ball into that lower back one more time. Getting ready in a half roll down. So you'll have the hands in a prayer again. Half roll down. And then we're going to go into the left side rotation and the right side rotation. Think of pulling the arms apart, pulling the hands apart. You have some activity in the arms and the shoulders, shoulder blade area. And then pull your abs in tight. You're in a flexion in the lower back. So you don't just lean back flat, but you want to curl into the ball. You want to crunch into the ball, pull the belly button into the ball. So not just into your spine, but go even further. Think of drawing it into the ball right away. And then you can play around with maybe going a little further. And going a little further here. If your back tolerates it, if you can stabilize with your abs, try to stay on it, pulling in. And then stay on one side and just go into that rotation a little further into pulses. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, other side. And go further, holding back with that left hip. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release, and just hang over your legs for a moment. Letting go of tension. And then have the ball in your mid-back bra line and the hands behind your head, and you're just going to go over the ball for a moment. And you're mobilizing that thoracic spine beautifully. Just release it, so it's not about the crunch yet, but it's about the mobilization of the thoracic spine. And one more here. And then we're going to go into the crunch with a twist. So you're lifting one knee and you're twisting towards it, and the other one. Make sure that chin connects into your chest, so you have your deep flexors in the neck active. Main focus on keeping the pelvis stable in the center here. Exhaling and twisting. Now check with your pelvic floor and check with navel spine. Ribs connecting across. Keep the breath going, and we'll have one more each side. And you can release over the ball one more time. Make sure you find the right spot. So maybe roll a little further. And also you want to keep your neck happy. Maybe this is too much for you to go all the way over. So then you're just going to hold the head a little higher up, or even bring in a pillow. Maybe you even want to bring the soles of the feet together and open the knees here. If this isn't too much for your lower back, just take a moment to breathe. And then slowly peel off that ball and take it out to lie down onto the mat. And just put the ball to the side. Open the arms, have the feet next to each other, knees together, and then let the knees go side to side. Rolling over your buttocks, giving them a little massage. Relaxing your face, bringing in the smile. Feeling gentle in the chest. And let go of the tension in the abs now. And then come back center and place the feet mat width apart. And then let the knees go to one side again. Try to push into an opening of the hip and a stretch of the thigh, of the quads. Just as far as it feels good in your body. And then go to the other side. Same here, pushing off as much as you feel like you need for your hip, for your quads, for your back. So we have a rotation in the spine again. Definitely finishing off on that theme. And then go to each side one more time. And back center. Now just bring the legs up in the tabletop and let the knees go to one side all the way over. And maybe even hold on here. Take an inhale, exhale, pull it all back to the center, and then let the knees go to the other side. Land here, Maybe even holding on to deepen the stretch. And then bring it all back. And this is when you pull your knees into your chest. Lengthen through your neck. And close your eyes for a moment to just gently rock side to side. And just enjoy that moment in your body. Your mind settling in your body. The body being full of awareness. And then roll onto one side. Coming up into seated. Take a cross-legged. And we're just going to take a nice last big breath. Inhale. Palms together. Bring in all the good things. Thank you.